Hey traders, Mike Sir here. Welcome to my live Trade with Mike video series where I help you navigate the financial markets and see what type of opportunities are out there. So, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day so far. Let's get straight to it. All right, just a normal disclaimer. Again, please consult your financial advisor before making any financial decisions. Again, all the analysis that I'm doing is for education purposes only. All right, let's get straight into it. All right. So last week, I was talking to you guys. I was a little bit bearish on the market in the sense that I thought that there was further downside, and you can see here, right? This is last week, and lo and behold, okay, and that's why I'm telling you guys these trend lines work extremely well. You can see I drew this line here. It basically hit right here at support, and had a massive rally. So one thing that I was kind of concerned about is, yes, the market was falling a little bit oversold, so looking for some type of a bounce, and we got it right just in the past 3 days, including today. A little bit of weakness, some weakness starting to happen, but right now I am positive on the markets. And in some sense, if you are a swing trader who is holding positions overnight or for a few days, few weeks, few months. Market's kind of volatile right now, so that's why I'm not really committing to a lot of swing trade ideas, but I will share with you one swing trade idea today. So the S&P 500 has bounced. Now it's basically stuck in this range, so I suspect that will have some type of resistance around the 40.95 level. Okay, and you can see it's already getting close to rejecting that level. But I am, in some sense, positive on the overall US markets. The thing that I am looking at, and if you maybe seen some of my videos, look at that moving average, the 200-day. And if we were to put a 200-day moving average here, okay, this gives us a barometer of what the overall longer term what the market is thinking. And lo and behold, look at this, right? This is the blue line, 200-day moving average. Basically, it broke above here at the end of January and could not break through that 200-day moving average, and in some sense bounced off. So this is a very important indicator to give you a sentiment. Hey, what's the bias that I have? So again, right now the bias that I have is higher, but I'm going to be a little bit careful because we already ran in basically up 3 days in a row. And again, depending on how it closes today, but I am looking for opportunities to buy. All right, let's take that out. Now let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Same thing, NASDAQ broke this downward trend line, extended out, came back to test. There's no really strong support here, but again, the NASDAQ is following the S&P. So again, you're starting to see some type of weakness. Let's see how it closes today. But the market was very strong this morning, and now it's pulling back. And the biggest thing that is pulling up the market today is Apple. Apple is up, I think, 2.5%. All right, I'm going to go through some teachings. I want to teach you some things today. And also, if you guys have any symbols that you want me to review, please type them in the question box, okay, or the comment box, and I'll review them later. All right, last week I was thinking of Google. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys remember. I was saying, oh, look at this strong trend line here. I was looking at this level here. I was a little conflicted, mainly because the market was quite weak, right? And then obviously a rebound. So that's why I said to you, you guys can, I'll give you guys ideas, but the ideas that I actually track in my portfolio are ideas that are stronger conviction trades. Okay. And one thing that I want you guys to know is I always want to go with the overall market. If the market's going down, I'm looking to short. If the market is going higher, I'm looking to buy. Okay, so hence the reason why I was a little hesitant, but again, just want to give you guys ideas. And this one actually worked quite well. Bounced off this level here and went higher. The other stock that, if you guys remember last week, I was very, very optimistic about, and they had really good earnings, was Frey. And in fact, the trade did trigger. Okay, I actually put on this trade, but I didn't track it in our portfolio because it was a trade that I just took the basically following day. It actually broke above this 950 level, and then it was a false breakout, same thing like here, and then reversed. So I actually took a loss here, broke out, came back, and now what it is doing is basically going sideways. Okay, so we're going to wait to see whether there is some support around this area. And look, you can see here, there was some support. It bounced off on Thursday, okay, at 8:35. So we'll monitor it. But this is a pattern that I like a lot, okay? Basically, this is a base breakout pattern. So long drop, consolidation, good volume, and then breakout, okay? So what I want to teach you guys about is, hey, this was a false breakup. Hey, that's fine. You try. It couldn't go any higher, went lower, and it gets stopped up. Okay, move on. Next, right? Find out, wait for the next opportunity. So it's not about how many winning trades that you make. It's the fact that if you make certain winning trades, you want to make big profits. When you do lose, you lose small. All right. The idea that I want to share with you today is KB Homes. This is a home builder. And the reason why I came across this one was, if I go to CNBC, I was telling you guys, this is what I look to just kind of see what ideas are out there. They got downgraded by analysts. Right. Where was it? Just saw it this morning. KBH. I'm not very positive on the housing sector, mainly because of rising interest rates. That is a negative. Okay, where was it? Okay, right here. So I saw this morning, again, going through some ideas. The home builder slipped 1.4%, following a double downgrade to underweight from overweight by JP Morgan. The firm cited the stock's expensive valuation. So do I really care about what the analyst is saying? Well, I'm just basically looking for a catalyst. And I see this chart. So if you go back to the chart, this is a bear flag. Okay, big drop, consolidation. I'm basically waiting for two things. So want to share with you guys. And in fact, I am actually going to split this trade into two trades. Okay, so I see that there is, and if I go to a 1 hour chart here, I see that there is some support at 35. Okay, right in the middle. Now, usually this bear flag formation, what happens is you got this long pole and then you got this flag, right? So the classic case of a bear flag is you want to basically short here, okay, once it breaks through 34.20. However, because this range from here to here is kind of wide, and what you can do is you can short half of your position here and then add another position here. So you split your order basically into two. So if you are shorting, let's just say 1,000 shares, you short 500 here, and then you short 500 here. So what this does is you can short a little earlier, and if it doesn't work, then you only lose half of your loss. So it's a good way to steady scale into a position. And also what you can do is if it goes below here, you add a first position. You've already, if it goes down here, you've already made a profit on here. So you're utilizing the profit from here to here to basically add to your position. So it's a good way, it's a safe way for you to get into a position. So let me share with you what my entries are. So KBH, New York Stock Exchange, is a bear flag, support break, looking to short. So the entry is below basically below 35. Right now it's 35.15, so 34.90. The stop loss is 36.05. The target price is 31.10. This is a 3.3 risk to reward ratio, which is good. Looking for more than 2 to 1. And the second position that I will add is 34.10. The stop loss is 34.90. Okay, so here's what I did. And this is a safe way. If this position triggers, okay, and doesn't hit my stop loss and goes down here, I've made money already on this position here. Okay, so if it triggers the second position and goes back up to here, then basically I'm using the profits that I made on the first position to cover the stop loss on this position. So you can see that no matter what happens, if this gets triggered and triggers this at 34.10, and let's just say it goes back up to 34.90 right here, I don't lose money on, first of all, this position here, 34.90, and also the profit that or actually I wouldn't say the profit, but I would say that I would only lose money in this position. So this one would be break even, and this one would only result in a small loss. Okay, and if it does go down to 31.10, you're basically utilizing the profit in this position to make more profits on this position. Okay, so it's a safe way to enter and scale into a trade. All right. Oh, and the other trade that I was going to suggest for you guys, and unfortunately it triggered already, so that's why I didn't add it. It actually got triggered before this live stream started. And again, I want to do this just so that very, very transparent, right, with you guys, instead of you sharing with you an idea that already triggered, right? So I was looking at this one, same thing. This is a restoration hardware. And again, I got this idea right on CNBC. Okay, essentially, what I'm really doing, I'm just scanning through news websites, see what news are out there, and then look at the technicals to see if there are opportunities. And this one is a U.S. Home furnishing retailer. And again, I'm very negative on the overall real estate housing market. So I saw an opportunity here. There has been strong support at 280, essentially 286, and actually already broke today. So if we go to a 5-minute chart, what I was essentially looking for is a break of actually the lows here. So the lows of this morning, and then after, you can see actually you can probably get in a little earlier before 287. And again, already ran down 5 points, $5 already. So that was a good trade, but again, want to be transparent with you guys, and hopefully, I mean, sometimes ideas come up not during Monday when we host these live stream sessions. I'll be able to do more ideas for you. But again, the portfolio that I want to share with you is more swing trading, so it's not as time sensitive. But again, teaching you guys how how I'm thinking, how I'm looking for ideas, and ideas that make sense. All right, let's go to the question box. Any charts that you want me to take a look at? All right. Hello, Joel. Yep. Good morning, Julian and SK. Euro USD. All right. Let's take a look at this currency pair. Okay. So what we can see. Let me just extend some of these out. Let's take a look at a bigger picture first. All right. So Euro USD has basically been declining ever since 2021. It broke down the downtrend. You can see this very clearly. Broke this downtrend here. Now it's on the uptrend. So whenever we are on an uptrend, we are essentially looking for pullbacks, right, to buy or to buy on breakouts. So there's two things, and again, I'll treat this as a learning lesson for you guys. So we either try to buy on pullbacks, okay, where it goes up, comes back down, right, and it goes up, or we buy on breakouts, right? You can buy on pullbacks here or buy on breakouts. So this one has run up quite hard since the bottom in October. Only thing concerned short-term wise is it actually broke this uptrend here, very nice uptrend. Now it's kind of on a downtrend, but overall the Euro USD is still up. It actually tested the support right here. So in terms of my analysis, I mean, it's choppy. It's going to depend on the US dollar. If we take a look at the US dollar index, let's just see so that I can have an idea what the US dollar index is doing. So US dollar, since reaching a peak, 114, has been declining very sharply. It's bounced up here. It's actually declining today or the last 2 days. So yes, if you see the US dollar continue to decline, the Euro USD will probably head higher. Now there is two major events this coming week that will affect the US dollar, so just be very careful. One is Chairman Powell's going to start his he's going to give a speech tomorrow and also Wednesday. So markets are going to move based on his comments. And also on Friday, we have the U.S. employment report that's going to trigger. So it's could be volatile depending on what the news comes out. But if I were to look at the chart and give you my take, you want to basically look for some type of pullback. But you can see it looks like it wants to break this 107 level. Okay. It looks like it wants to break this right here. Right here. It wants to break 107. All right. Sherry, BTC. Yes, BTC has been hit hard due to the potential bankruptcy of Silvergate. And let you guys know, Silvergate is a crypto bank, which has been hemorrhaging money. And you can see this stock has collapsed. And it is affecting the entire crypto sector. And again, it's down a lot more today. But this has been negative for the crypto market. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Okay, so crypto Bitcoin has done very, very well since the bottom in November. And I think I told you guys here, beginning of January, it's basically broken out very, very sharply. Flag here, really, really whippy here. Hitting this resistance level right here, 25,000. Okay, 25,000 was a key resistance level right here. Okay, hit pass here. So if you look at the overall structure, we are making lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Again, it's looking pretty good. So it's holding support right here. And in terms of short-term wise, let's just say short-term wise, talk about 3 to 6 months, it's in an uptrend. But if you were to look at the overall bigger trend, it's still down, right? My guess is it's probably, it really, I mean, if you want to see explosive growth on Bitcoin, it's got to really break 25,000, okay? But short-term wise, it's in an uptrend. You're very, very welcome, Sherry. Tin says would be 108% if you took 100 leverage. So in terms of leverage, I mean, leverage, obviously, you don't get 100% leverage, or sorry, 1-to-1 leverage on stocks. But that's one thing that I teach you guys is if you are consistent, then increase your leverage. If you're not consistent, why would you increase your leverage, right? So that's my thoughts. But don't, leverage is a double-edged sword. It could really improve your returns or it could hurt you. So if you have consistency, yeah, leverage is a very powerful thing. Joel says, what are your thoughts on Poshmark? It's been consolidating for a while. Poshmark. I'm not familiar with that company. Poshmark. Okay. Is this it's not US stock, is it? Okay. Once I see this right now, I can probably tell you it's probably been bought out by a company because it doesn't consolidate just like this. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's not a US stock. Yeah, it's not US stock, but seeing from this chart, it's probably been bought out. No need to even trade this or focus on it. Okay, Samrat, hello. Can you please check Tesla? Yes, Tesla had some. I guess not sure how the market reacted to it, but they cut their prices on the Model S and also Model X. They're basically trying to drive out their competition. Okay, with the Model X and the Model S and Model X, they're competing with BMW and Mercedes. You know, in the more luxury end of the market, they're just using their pricing power to have their cars a lot more cheaper than their competitors. So hence, and they've noticed that the sales have been increasing due to the lower prices. Okay, I can tell you, Samrat, it's basically consolidating right here. It's basically trading in this range. It's very, very hard to trade in this range. It's a very, very wide range, trading from 180 to 220 in this range. If you are bullish on Tesla, you want to try to buy as close to 180, basically right before it broke out right here. 181, 182. Okay, wait for it here. If you want to try to play the breakout here, it's not as attractive because I do see resistance at around 240, 250. So buy closer to the support here. All right, Tin says, is this trend not finished now? Though seems to be going sideways. Okay, I'm not sure, Tin, which one you're referring to. Gary says, is it possible to look at natural gas? Yes, I have been focusing on natural gas quite intensely because we had seen incredible run. And today might present some opportunities. So natural gas, this is the spot natural gas. This is not the futures contract. Futures contract, depending on the contract month, will probably have different prices. But since natural gas bottom at basically around $2.10, it's rocketed up to $3, $3.10 or 3.05, almost 50%. So it's very, very normal to see. And for some of you who have got in early here, congrats. Don't be too phased by this drop. I mean, first of all, natural gas, it's a wild commodity trade. So if you are not comfortable with this type of volatility, do not trade natural gas. Natural gas can go down sharply and can go up sharply. So there is some support here around 257, 258. Okay. Generally, I don't trade the futures as much. I actually trade the ETF, which is UNG. If you guys want me to take a look at that, UNG is a position ETF that I'm actually in. I didn't want to add it to portfolio and share with you guys because it's an ETF that can swing wildly. Okay, and today, it's down over over 10%. I'm still very, very positive on it. I'd like to see it get closer back down here, okay, around 810. But again, you see this type of move. It went from $7.10 to almost $10, okay, almost 50%, so you got to be very, very careful. The main reason for natural gas prices to go down so much is there was a report, I think, on Sunday that the inventory supplies were actually quite high, which was the reason why the prices fell down in the first place. So that's the reason why the prices fell very sharply. And I just also think that partly also is profit taking. Like for people who have bought here, 50%, take some profits off the table. Since if you look at the overall chart, we're still down, okay? But one thing that I will say is look at the volume, okay? Since this beginning of this year, January and February. This means that there is a lot of trading here, which is signaling that there could be a lot of buyers here. So again, I don't want to make any predictions, but I think that the bottom for UNG is probably already made at 710 right here. So if you are positive on natural gas and you're comfortable with the volatility, or you want to just play a small position, this is a pretty good opportunity for a longer term that we can see, maybe a double from here, or at least again 50% is very realistic. But you guys have to be control risk, okay? Manage risk all the time. All right. Okay, so let's continue on here. Okay, you're welcome, Joel. Angelique, what do you think about the NASDAQ? Okay, so I think I said this already. The NASDAQ, I am positive on. Okay, I changed since last week, and again, maybe I'll change the next time I talk to you guys on next Monday. But right now, I am positive on the NASDAQ. I think it can go higher, but it's going to be volatile as long as it stays above this 12,157 level. Then I am positive that NASDAQ can go higher. Again, two key important things that you should watch out for this week: Fed Powell speech and unemployment report. Tin says, did you see what happened to the Volkswagen stock? By the way, exploded up for some reason. Yeah, Volkswagen stock I don't trade because it's in the European market. Actually, it's traded on the OTC. I have no idea why. But if I were to analyze this, you guys got to be careful of trading. If you are in the U.S. and you trade U.S. stocks, you got to be careful trading um, stocks that are also traded on the European exchange, because the European exchange opens up before the U.S. markets, and if also it trades on the U.S. markets, you'll see it already move prior to the U.S. market opening. So it's very, very positive. Seems to be some good news. It's staying above this 1850 level. And again, as long as it can stay above, it's probably going to go higher. You're welcome, Samrat. Tin says maybe because gas diesel won't be banned in the EU. Yeah, it could be. Biggest thing for the drop, again, the supply. The supply concerns is the biggest. And I do know there is a lot of natural gas producers, they are reducing their production, just because why would they want to produce more of a commodity that is actually declining in price? So the supply should be offset at some point as long as demand picks up. And biggest thing that you guys want to watch for natural gas is the weather. If it gets cold, natural gas prices will go up. All right. Tim says, I would not be so quick to count out the old car companies now with this change, since we don't know for sure. We still have gas, diesel after 2035, and new cars don't use it. Yeah, EV cars is going to be, a longer term thing. It's still in its very, very early stage. Tim says, Audi, Mercedes, a lot nicer to drive than Tesla. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people love Tesla, the simplicity, but quite frankly, the quality is not that great in terms of the interior. I don't have a Tesla, but I have some friends who do, and they complain about the inferior materials in the car. Tim says, have you ever thought about the CARI index? By the way, I've been using it recently for bond fishing. It seems to be quite effective. CARI, no, I'm not familiar with that. What is that? CARI index. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. Ken, what do you think of NEO? Okay, do you think it's bottom out? Yeah, so I was watching NEO, was looking some more opportunities, but I have abandoned that idea. Okay, it has broken this trend line here. It's come back up to test this until it stays above 10. I'm not touching this or looking to buy, because if you look at the overall trend, it's down. I would not be surprised it hits this level before I'm interested. I am watching NEO on a day-to-day basis. I still like this company, but right now it's down. Okay, Tin says Val 3. Okay, that's Volkswagen. So we talked about that already. Tin says people in Europe can basically trade any market without restrictions, and capital gains is only 10% in most places. Yeah, that's great. Our capital gains is only in Canada here is taxed only 50% of the capital gain. So if you make $100,000, you only tax on $50,000. This is what basically BNF did. It's an indicator. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining me today. And if you guys want to work with me, you can apply to work with me, activetradersacademy.com. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. Actually, let's take a look at KBH, see if it's broken. Okay, it's not broken yet. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream today, and I will see you guys next week. Take care, everyone.